jurisprudence, under common law, under history, and under state and federal laws, the default has always been have an autopsy the more powerful a person is. It is unheard of to not do that when he didn't have a security detail. It is unheard of when they keep changing the story. It is unheard of when you have judges making medical examiner announcements and then changing. I mean, this thing is so ridiculous. I don't just default come out on air and say that something stinks. You think I'm happy that there's about a 98% chance they killed Scalia? You think I want to be the one that breaks it? You think I want to be the one that runs over the top? The first one to go up against the machine gun nest, but I will do it. And I'm telling you this in case something does happen to me. I need other people to step up. It's the only way to save your family. Now, we have the Associated Press. We have the New York Post. We have so many publications. Today, it took 2.5 days to break down their Berlin Wall. They wouldn't even mention an autopsy. They wouldn't even mention foul play. By Sunday, they started mentioning why no autopsy. Then the pillow over the face. And now, we're going to cover this after I cover this other news. Detectives question lack of autopsy in Scalia death. New York Post, the head of the New York Homicide Squad, says every default position was ignored. The story got changed a bunch. This is insane. Oh, I'm a kook. But the New York detective head of homicide says this is insane. They've got former intel operatives. They've got former... It's all over the place. Michael Savage says, looks like he was murdered. Oh, what does Michael Savage know? You know, he's just made billions of dollars in real estate and nutraceuticals and is the all-time best-selling author and pretty much launched the entire organic food movement under another name, another nom de plume. What does a guy with probably a 200 IQ know? Let's not listen to him. Let's not listen to Alex Jones, the kook. Let's not listen to the police detective head. Let's just listen to CNN, because they just said he's dead, that's it, forget about it, move on. Well, you know what? We're not moving on because you said so. We're not moving on because you say you're God. We're not moving on because you call us names. When CBS and the Sydney Morning Herald call me a kook and a nut and do you have contacts that eat dinner with the Supreme Court justices and that say that total tyranny's coming in 2016 and watch out, they're coming after everyone? Oh no, you don't have those contacts. Do you talk to 3 former heads of Army Special Forces and people above them? Do you have the former head of psychological warfare for the State Department on that overthrew 7 countries? Do you live in the real world? Do you have Green Beret commanders, Delta Force people in studio on air that admire your work? No, you don't. You don't have anything but dishonor and the fact that you're slack-jaw scum that sit there and repeat the same garbage that you're given in talking points over and over again. So get this through your heads, okay, scum? You don't control the narrative anymore, and you're going to be brought to justice when we take this country back for aiding and abetting a foreign takeover. And this is a foreign takeover, and you will fail. Just get that through your heads. Donald Trump represents factions in the government and in corporate America that don't want to bring the country down and don't want to enslave us and don't want to bankrupt us with flour to devil. I can tell you that. That's been signaled from high levels before we were ever contacted by the Trump people. And Donald Trump knows exactly what's going on, didn't know just 5 years ago, looks completely different, is totally freaked out, and basically sees himself on a suicide mission if you really want to get into inside baseball. Donald Trump is ready. He is full bore and just committed. And sure, you call him an egomaniac, and the people that have assessed him say he's a good egomaniac, and he's the type we need. And they just admire him so much. And these are high-level government people. You can put 2 and 2 together, CIA, you name it. And I mean the last generation that actually overthrew governments, actually did stuff on the ground, didn't just play around with a bunch of NSA spy gear. They understand understand the takedown of the country's happening right now, and they're not perfect, but they don't want to kill the United States of America. They don't have a score to settle like Loretta Lynch and Obama and Hillary, who want to mount the country's head on a wall and fully bankrupt us and end the country, and then have a war against everybody they don't control. The Democrats broke some big rules. What they did is they tried to basically merge both parties and started blackmailing everybody and said, we're not going to work together as parties anymore of corruption. We're going to consolidate power, which always happens in a tyranny. It always degenerates to this point. And now that point has been reached, and all hell is breaking loose. You don't just think Scalia just died and that that's an isolated incident, do you? There is a war for this country going on at every level of government and corporate America right now. Why do you think the big mercenary outfits have left the U.S.? I mean, the cloak and dagger level of what's going on is so seismic, I can hardly even broadcast. I'm so blown away. It's not even freaked out. I'm just marveling